What's up, dude? All right, guys, welcome in, welcome in. Good morning, or good afternoon. Okay, we're live. You guys can see a little bit more of the room. We'll leave it there for now. Start streaming to Twitch and Kick. Yeah, let me just use my other comfortable headphones. You don't need anything super loud. So I don't have to be shouting. I can hear myself. Okay. So I got some pretty cool videos.
And dexterity changes, aim assist adjustments, which they've been talking about for a little bit since the beta. We got the louder footstep, new slide tuning, perk distribution updates, new perk combinations, and then faster mantling, and then obviously more to come.
Hey everyone, Matt. Oh, this is going to be the perk for you. Hunters in.
So it says 2 field upgrade charges, booby trap care packages, recharge equipment over time, combat specialty strategist. It's still not particularly good unless you just want 2 charges
for you. So with all of these changes to our perks, the team is very excited. We think you'll be very excited. And of course, we're very much looking forward to your feedback.
And I will say, I like,
don't say,
regardless if it was a Battlefield that caused these changes or not, I think they're W changes, right? Unfortunately, it took Battlefield, if that was the case, to make it happen, but it's a W that we're getting a better overall game.
Okay, next up, I want to touch on what we're doing with aim assist in Black Ops 7. So first off, we're looking very closely at the data, and the data says that controller players are winning slightly more in close range engagements, and then keyboard mouse players are winning slightly more in those long range engagements.
I did a video talking about aim assist, and I was talking about how, in reference to them saying it's balanced, I said that's a little bit more of a nuanced take to explain that what he just said the data suggests is that up close, probably in the first 15 to 20 meters, aim assist is pretty powerful, and that wins it probably a good percentage. And then once you get out to about 50, 70 meters, somewhere in there, then keyboard and mouse is going to have a little bit more precision since aim assist will not be as strong, or somebody can jump under your crosshairs. There could be other issues that mess with aim assist because it is not a true one-to-one user input. I think it becomes tricky on how do you balance that. You'd have to gut it up close and then make it slightly stronger at a distance. And then there'll still probably be outliers, because if you're good, like really good, then no matter how they tweak it, you're still going to be really good, and you're going to be an outlier regardless of what the data says. You'll still be killing up close probably faster, and you'll probably still be killing at range faster and at mid. And the same goes for like a goated keyboard and mouse player. It'll break those lines.
So what we're going to do here is to try to close that gap. Take a very close look at the strength of aim assist across all of those ranges. And then additionally, we are looking at rotational aim assist and the requirement for your right aim stick to be moving in the direction of your target.
That is crazy.
I was on controller.
I'd have to feel how that plays, because that sounds insane. So you wouldn't get rotational unless your right stick is also being moved at the same time, because obviously you get rotational on the left and the right.
Very easy to get.
I'm not 100% sure if he means both sticks would require. I don't know. That is very interesting. So that if that's the case, you wouldn't be able to strafe into a wall. You'd have to strafe in the direction of your aim. I'm not sure exactly how that works. That's a tricky problem to solve, but we'll see.
We'll have more concrete details to share soon. That's my time for today. Of course, we have more details coming on maps, modes, weapons, and progression as we head into launch.
So pretty cool overall. Obviously, we don't expect a ton from these dev talks. Just more to get out information. I hopefully they do one of these about the campaign, because I actually got to see campaign gameplay when I went there back like in August or something like that, and it would be dope to be able to actually talk about some of the things in there with a visual representation of how dope that mode's going to be, especially in the end game. But they haven't done one of those. They definitely need to do one of those. Zombies, hopefully they'll have another one. I don't know if that's even necessary though for how much they covered, but I'm looking forward to it. Now it's less than a month away. We'll see kind of how it goes. See you on the next one. Thank you for watching as always. Have a great day.
All right, thank you at least for saying have a great day. Okay, just checking how far this went with the bot killing till we ran into some real dudes. Maybe not. Let's check it out.
So it happened a little earlier than I thought. I thought this was gonna go live on Friday. Lo and behold, it went live today, and that is the multiplayer dev talk for Black Ops 7. So they say here, we've got some big updates to multiplayer coming out of the Black Ops 7 beta in our latest dev talk. ADS and dexterity changes, aim assist adjustments, louder footsteps, that's great, new slide tuning, perk distribution updates, new perk combinations, ooh, and faster mantle speed. More to
the audio used to work perfect.
Let's dive in here.
Work very nice.
So this is just based off of feedback from the beta.
That's how it used to win.
This is the launch details.
The audio.
This is just changes from the beta.
The audio was just on point. It just let you know when they were coming exactly.
Where back again to talk about some updates for multiplayer and
no TTK nerfs. They never said that they were going to change the TTK. They said the TTK was similar to Black Ops 6 and they thought that was good.
Black Ops 7. Okay, so the first topic I want to touch on is the whole aim down sights, ADS, while sliding, diving, wall jumping topic. So in the beta, that did require you to take the dexterity perk. The team looked at all of our options and ultimately landed on providing the most fluid experience by default, which does mean
they did it. They did it.
We've reintroduced the ability to aim down sights while sliding, diving, and wall jumping by default.
Nice.
You do not need to take the dexterity perk. Dexterity will still speed up those interactions, sprint to fire, slide to fire, but you will not need dexterity perk to ADS while doing those actions. Okay, the next one I want to touch on is just to reconfirm.
This is probably one of the bigger changes. I couldn't hear footsteps in the beta.
Topic I touched on in our last dev update about footstep volume. We have slightly increased
the volume
of our footsteps in multiplayer. We're
very
happy with where we're at, where it's going to incentivize more stealth play styles without over-indexing on the need for the ninja perk.
I'm editing videos with the built-in graphics. Okay, so we got
in multiplayer.
Shut down.
We're very happy with where they're at, where it's going to incentivize more. Topic I touched on in our last dev update about footstep volume. We have slightly increased the volume of our
I thought they were saying they didn't change it at all.
Footsteps in multiplayer. We're very happy with where they're at, where it's going to incentivize more stealth play styles without over-indexing on the need for the ninja perk. Next I want to touch on where we've landed with our slide tuning coming out of the beta for launch. Alongside that dexterity change and the ADS change, we have slowed down the slide speed a bit, and we
I think
the aim assist works.
We reduced the distance a bit, but I promise you, it still feels great. It still feels fluid. But we want to make sure that that's not the only way you can enter in an engagement. Okay, another movement topic I want to touch on are our mantles. So we saw the feedback. We agree. Some of the mantles felt a little slow. So the team is going through every single mantle in the game to make sure that we have a consistent speed and fill, and everything feels fast and fluid. The next one is a meaty topic, and it's about our perks and our perk distribution. Got a lot of feedback. We made some changes ahead of beta coming out of our blog. A lot of you had a lot of feedback on that, which we appreciate. But the big changes that we're going to focus on here for launch are, one, we want to make sure that we are incentivizing and allowing for varied play styles. Some adjustments there that I think you're going to be happy with. And then three, there were some kind of niche underutilized perks. So we've actually made some combinations of perks to make those chunky decisions and choices. Okay, let's get into the details. First change, we've actually moved Tech Mask to slot 2 from slot 1. That's going to allow...
So you can use Tac Mask and Flak Jacket? Ooh!
For classes like Flak Jacket, Tech Mask, and Guardian for a very strong support tanky class.
Yeah.
We've moved Tac Sprinter to slot 1 from slot 3, Looper to slot 3.
Okay. Looper's great. Wait, Looper, so you have dexterity? So dexterity doesn't matter now. I don't need to use dexterity. That's awesome. Bankroll, I like Bankroll and Looper. I wish those two were in, although it doesn't really make a big difference. Actually, it doesn't make a big difference at all, because if you're looping your score streaks, you don't need Bankroll, right? Because you've already used the Bankroll up at the very beginning. So that actually is good. Either you're going for a quick streak with Bankroll, or you're going for a long streak with Looper.
From slot 2.
Makes sense.
That's going to let you loop your score streaks. Cold-blooded is
Welcome
going to
in,
slot
Twitch
3 from slot
viewer.
1.
Thank you
and
for
that's
tuning
going
in.
to allow
Appreciate
for
it.
full stealth classes like Ghost, Ninja, and Cold-blooded with a.
Okay, wait. There's a better way to do this. Let's go back a little bit.
I'm gonna make a video about
perk 1. We're gonna let it play out, but we're gonna go
DS4Windows.
Perk 1, we have Tack Sprint, Gung Ho, and Lightweight, all of which are movement perks. Perk 1 having Ghost and Ninja in it is good.
Play until that
or
guy
you'd have a
comes
crutch
in.
of Ghost or Ninja in the perk 1
Speed
slot.
all this up.
So
Okay.
right now, the way that I see it, with your perk 1, you're probably either going to be rocking Ghost, Ninja, or Flak Jacket. And then if you are running all red, maybe Gung Ho, maybe Lightweight, definitely not Tack Sprinter.
Sprinter to slot 1 from slot 3.
Okay, so wait, let's go to perk 2. Can I get a perk 2? There we go. Perk 2, Scavenger, Assassin, Close Shave. Pretty weak, honestly. Vigilance, Blast Link. What the hell is Blast Link?
Speed all those up.
Engineer,
here in a little bit.
Tech Mask, Fast Hands.
I don't need to get all
Like
that.
Tech Mask or Tack Mask is the
just
best
locks
one
in.
there.
3, Looper.
And then 3, you have Charge Link, Guardian. And then I feel like Looper is now a very viable perk. They're good changes.
2 slot 3.
Okay, let's start this
Classes
over.
like Flak Jacket, Tech Mask, and Guardian for a very strong support tanky class. We've moved Tack Sprinter to slot 1 from slot 3. Looper to slot 3 from slot 2. And that's going to let you loop your score streaks. Cold-blooded is going to slot 3 from slot 1, and that's going to allow.
They had to
for
change
full
all the
stealth
things
classes
that I
like
wanted.
Ghost,
Everybody
Ninja,
wanted.
and Cold-blooded with a wild card, of course. Scavenger is
decent
going
game.
back to slot 2 from slot 1. And then we'll start getting into the combinations of those underutilized perks that I touched on. So first up, Shadow, which allows you
They
to
should've let me
move by
been
traps without
game
setting them
director
off,
a long
has
time
been
ago.
added to Engineer. So that's going to be a fun perk where
Great moves. Great moves.
It's just
Right? Like you
basic
have these
stuff, bro. They
underutilized
should have
perks
done
that
that
no
a
one
long
using. You might
like,
as well just take them out and
years
combine
ago.
them with another underused perk and make a
Should have
better,
left it like
great move.
World
you
at
can actually
War.
see enemy equipment through the world and then also approach it and not set those traps off.
You had a lot of
Vendetta, which
variations
allows you
of
to see the location of
same
the previous
game.
killer, has been added to Assassin.
I think that
So if
did
you
it on
really wanna
purpose to
target
piss
sense.
people off.
a single player on the enemy team, this is going to be your perk. So one for our melee players, we've actually added Bruiser, which gives you increased health regen and score for melee kills to Close Shave.
So I'm
if
a
you wanna
keyboard and
go
mouse
all in on
player,
that melee playstyle, this is
And
going to be the
controller
perk for you.
just lets
Hunter's
you.
Instinct, which gives you intel on a nearby enemy after a kill, has been added to Tracker. So that's all about track.
Oh, Tracker's actually pretty good.
Game
then.
easier.
That makes Tracker a lot
Keyboard
better.
and mouse is
Your
faster.
enemy locations. And then one that I'm super excited
Never
about,
gonna beat
we've actually
keyboard
added
and mouse.
Quartermaster, which recharges your equipment to Gearhead, and that has moved to slot 1. And if you're all about the gadgets, if you're all about the
aim
field
assist
upgrades
on
in the equipment,
mouse.
So what this one says
A
is
little
2
bit of
field
aim
upgrade
assist.
charges, booby trap care packages, recharge equipment
Check
over
it out how it
time,
locks in.
combat They've made some perks pretty good that shouldn't have no business being good.
this is going to be the perk for you. So with all of these changes to our
was
perks, the
fun.
team is very excited. We think you'll be very excited. And of course, we're very much looking forward to your feedback. Okay, next up, I want to touch on what we're doing with Aim Assist in Black Ops 7.
Okay.
So first off, we're looking very closely at the data. And the data says that controller
The data.
players are winning slightly more in close range engagements, and then keyboard and mouse players are winning slightly more in those long range engagements. So what we're going to do here is to try to close that gap, take a very close look at the strength of aim assist across all of those ranges, and then additionally, we are looking at rotational aim assist and the requirement for your right aim stick to be moving in the direction of your target. We'll have more concrete details to share.
Ooh. This might be the only L.
Why? Because it doesn't benefit you.
So they're trying to close. You think it's good change? Let me think about
It
this.
only
I need
is
to
a bad
think
thing
about
when it
this.
doesn't benefit someone.
So the way that
care,
rotational aim assist
you got to just make yourself a better gamer.
You basically, it just requires
Man
you
up,
to be moving
bro.
in order for the aim assist to start,
man up, buddy.
Right, to track onto someone. So now the only way that the rotational aim assist would work is
okay, this is a price for you guys, but like just coming in playing on a PS5.
Say for example, if I'm moving backwards and you're dead in front of me, I don't know how that will work.
But
I don't know how that will feel.
Check it out.
Yeah, it's always required you to have some input. No, just aiming in the direction the enemy is. Let me listen to that again.
Additionally, we are looking at rotational aim assist and the requirement for your right aim stick to be moving in the direction of your target. We'll have
basically have good aim.
Oh, never mind. It's right stick. It's your right stick. Okay, that makes so much more sense. Okay, so what
you didn't understand it the first time I did.
You actually have to have an input on your right stick as well in order for it to work in the direction of your target.
I was trying to wonder what is he trying to figure out what's wrong.
That makes a lot more sense. What about the middle stick? Great question.
Or concrete details to share soon. That's my time for today. Of course, we have more details coming on maps, modes,
see, the aim
weapons,
assist locks in, but you have to be precise.
Maps? Wait.
On PC.
Of course, we have more details coming on maps, modes, weapons, and
PS5 is so easy to aim on.
We kind of already know all of that, except for progression. Progression will be the interesting one. All W's, though. All W's. Okay, so let's go back to this.
I know it's a long video,
post. ADS, sliding, diving, and wall jumping is now default.
Check it out.
You
see, it locks in.
Dexterity for maximum fluidity, but you won't need it to aim down sights in all situations. Okay, so dexterity, I'm guessing, is not going to be that great of a perk anymore. Okay, so beta feedback, footstep volume has been slightly increased.
See, it locks in.
And distance have been slightly reduced. Okay, we talked about that. Those are the perk movements. We talked about that.
Aim assist, free aim assist.
I don't know.
Never thought I was going to be good on controller.
Bot lobby.
That wasn't a bot lobby, but whatever.
These are all...
It wasn't a hacker lobby, that's for sure.
Lobby use.
I'm not even that good on controller, guys.
That's a win. That's a win, boys. I didn't really see anything wrong with anything that they did there. Now,
that's a win.
My question leads.
I gotta
cop. I thought this blog post was going to go live on Friday.
You just have to boost the sensitivity on the sticks.
That's it. I'll leave it there. What do I say there?
And it locks in very beautiful.
That's it. Leave it there. I'll make it shorter. Oh, I need to make this one shorter. This one has to go short. So these two make it very fast. No, just these two. Speed it up. 100%. Oh no, that's too much. Maybe this one. Not just it has to be the same speed. Maybe just that much. Yeah, should be okay. So that's the aim assist locking in. See, it looks so perfect. See, it just locks in. See, when I'm on keyboard and mouse, it sways back and forth, so I have to always adjust. Basically, let me show you. If I'm ever wanting to aim, I always have to come back. Here, let me see if this is the center. So if I want to always aim there, I have to be perfect. But it's never gonna be perfect. See, always if I ever come this far out, I have to come back in and adjust that on the fly. But I already know the guns that I have to go a little bit past. Well, sometimes I have to go before start shooting this way. So I'm never shooting like this. I'm always shooting like this because of the gun. So I'm pulling up back, like I'm always pulling out like that. That's on mouse and keyboard. I'm never see this is right here, the horizontal line. If this is a perfect flat line, which this is kind of. Let's just assume this one is. So if I'm ever going that way, I'm actually going this way. This is how it feels normal. I'm always shooting like that. Like boom, boom, boom. I'm never gonna be perfect. It's never gonna be perfect. But you can be precise if you just slow down. You have to slow down at the end. So it's like a little movement. It's a little movement, a feeling. I guess my precision is very good. That's like playing around with it, but you don't have to be perfect because it does lock in. I've seen it lock in, very beautiful on mouse. So this is the way I have to come in from an angle and pull down on an angle. I have to pull down this way. Sometimes this way, but I never pull down this way. Straight down. If this is perfectly flat right here. Obviously that is the center. So I'm always doing this in these certain directions. Different directions, but it's always in an angle. So if I wanna turn a spin around, I only have to go back and forth like this. It's like it's kind of weird, but it only works on the game. Okay, so that should be okay right there. What else we got? Okay. 3-minute clip. It has to be under. The next one has to be same speed. All right, that's under 3 minutes right there. That's a good start. Check out the aim assist.
See how it locks in so nice for now.
Oh, I gotta clip that.
Now it's not. Now tomorrow. That's a win. That's a win, boys.
I gotta get that. I gotta clip that sound. That's a good one. All right. Cool.
Locks in.
All right, let's do that first. Okay. Control Z. Oh no. Oh, I can't record here. Okay. The only way I can record right now is this way. Okay. I only need the audio. I can extract the audio in another app. Online, you don't have to use any kind of codec converter. Well, you could, but it's online. It's so easy. Just want to make sure where it starts.
That's a win. That's a win, boys.
There we go. Start recording. No, turn it up. I have to turn it up as far as it can. And then the browser, turn it up as far as it can go. Press record. Okay.
That's a win. That's a win, boys. I didn't really see anything wrong with anything that they did there. Now, my question leads, what's next? I thought this blog post was going to go live on Friday.
There we go. That's it. We only need that. And then we'll fix it up later.
Now it's not. Now tomorrow we have Battlefield. The trailer is coming out. There was also a patch that just came out. Raven Software says aim assist changes are coming to Black Ops 7, including rotational aim assist updates. Will be added to Warzone in Season 1. Now,
there.
Okay, hold up. More stuff's coming here. So Raven said that the aim assist changes are going to be provided in
Bubble blur.
Warzone as well.
I like the.
So does this mean anything about skill-based matchmaking?
The twinkle.
We're gonna tweet back on this one too.
Where's it at?
What does this mean for match making in Warzone?
Dazzle fade.
We gotta ask, right? Doesn't hurt to ask.
It's just gonna be a little bit
like if they're parodying the game, that should be what changes as well, right? This is what I would assume. But anyway, so with this happening so early this week, we still have Endgame to hear from. Clearly, they're talking about weapons progression, everything like that. That'll probably be like one day in and of itself. There's like the zombies blog post, all coming within the next couple of weeks. There's this very strange rumor that the game's supposed to be coming out 7 days early. I don't know. I don't know. Like the marketing is very, very, very much so confusing me for this game. So I don't know what is next. Anyway, great changes. And I'm going to say it. I'm looking forward to Black Ops 7. I know, cancel me.
Yeah, whatever. Got a couple of days. I have to buy it soon too. Yeah. I'm going to just do it for my viewers. That's it. Let's go to, what's this? I'm gonna go to this hardware unbox first, and then we'll check out the other channels, what they got to say. 2000s boost. So I will let's see what they have to say about this new stuff.
Roughly this time last year, I compared the 9800X 3D and 285K across a massive range of games. I think it was 45 games, so quite a lot there, and I found on average the Ryzen 7 processor was 24% faster. Since then though, Intel has rolled out a number of updates, along with a new one-click overclocking feature called 200S Boost, so I felt it was time that we revisited this comparison to see if Intel's made any improvements. But before we get into it, today's video is brought to you by Insta360 and the new Link 2 4K webcam now available in white. This unit features a high-performance half-inch sensor delivering crisp 4K video with an AI-powered audio algorithm, providing great audio quality via the built-in microphone. Okay. Building on the original Link, the Link 2 also has, you guessed it, AI tracking for individuals and groups, as well as gesture control and auto framing. It now also offers modes such as customizable backgrounds and effects, so if you, like me, are sick of the Harbour Box Studio, you can dip down to your local coffee shop and just hang out and relax. The 4K 30fps camera offers excellent video quality even in low light situations, such as this, nice and dark now. I think I look pretty good on the screen, still nice and clear. So really, for a cost-effective solution, the image quality is amazing and can probably really only be bested by something like a professional digital SLR. The Link 2 is also equipped with a gimbal, making it perfect for demos and presentations.
Exhibiting
presentation. It also pairs perfectly with a new Wave speakerphone. So for more information, please click the link in the video description. Okay, so for this testing, I have a dozen games, mostly newly released or updated titles, and I'll be testing each of them using two quality presets, typically medium and ultra. For the Intel Core Ultra 9 285K, the Asus ROG Maximus 890 Hero is being used with the latest BIOS version 2201 and CUDIM DDR5 8200 memory from G-Skill. I will be testing two configurations, one simply with XMP loaded, so an out-of-the-box type configuration with high-speed memory, and then a second using the 200S boost feature, which clocks the memory at 8000, adjusts a few voltages, and raises the frequency of the die-to-die and uncore fabric clock interconnects. This is very much a one-click overclocking option that should work for most Core Ultra processors, though be aware it's certainly not guaranteed to work, despite the fact that it doesn't void your warranty if you enable it, but that doesn't mean it is guaranteed to work. And in fact, on that note, I have a pair of 25K processors, one of which works just fine, while the second crashes with this feature enabled, and this is a recently purchased retail chip. Again, enabling 200S doesn't void your warranty, but it's also not guaranteed by Intel to work. It's just a nice one-click option that might let you extract some additional performance. Unlike 200S Boost, which is an official Intel option, some AM5 motherboards now support a one-click overclocking feature called X3D Turbo, though as I said, this isn't an official AMD overclocking option. AMD's official one-click OC feature is PBO, or Precision Boost Overdrive, which we've already looked at several times in the past. So for this test, I want to add in the X3D Turbo dataset using the Gigabyte X870E Aorus Master, Again, using the latest BIOS with DDR5 6000 CL30 memory.
Okay.
Like 200S boost, X3D Turbo isn't guaranteed to work,
right
and while I'm yet to find an AM5 processor that crashes with X3D Turbo enabled, there is almost certainly going to be some chips out there that will become unstable with this option enabled. It really comes down to the silicon lottery. In short, Gigabyte's implementation of this feature disables the second CCD on a dual CCD part, of course, like the 9950X3D, but for single CCD chips like the 9800X3D, it just disables SMT or simultaneous multi-threading and tightens up a few memory timings, which can boost gaming performance, but it can also do at the cost of stability. So anyway, we'll see how that turns out in terms of performance in a moment. Finally, for all of the testing, I'm using the ROG Astral GeForce RTX 5090 to help reduce the GPU bottleneck, as this is a CPU-focused test, and therefore we wish to look at CPU gaming performance. So, let's go do that right now. For the Marvel Rivals and Rainbow Six Siege testing, I've added some Cam2 data using DDR5 9600 memory with the Core Ultra 9 285K, but unfortunately this memory frequency does force a Gear 4 mode, which really does hurt memory latency. So although we do have much more memory bandwidth, the latency is negatively affected for this configuration, which is why gaming performance goes backwards. Now, when using the medium preset, the 285K allowed for 194 FPS on average using DDR5 8200, and once we enabled 200S, this improved the result by 1.5% to 197 FPS. The 9800X3D, on the other hand, allowed for 242 FPS, making it 25% faster than the 25K when comparing the stock out-of-the-box performance with the memory profile loaded, of course. Then toggling on the X3D Turbo option boosted performance by a further 6% to 257 FPS, which means when comparing the one-click OC options, the 9800X3D ends up being 30% faster. Now, switching to the Ultra preset, we become much more GPU limited, and as a result, the performance margins between these two CPUs is massively reduced. Here, the 9800X3D was just 7% faster on average, and the one-click OC options
if you have the right monitor.
Moving on to Rainbow Six Siege, using the medium preset, the 285K allowed for 488 FPS, and enabling 200S only improved this result by a mere 4%. This means when comparing the stock performance, but with memory profiles loaded, the 9800X3D was 18% faster than the 285K. Interestingly, enabling X3D Turbo improved performance by 10%, meaning when enabling the OC features, the 9800X3D ended up 25% faster, achieving 634 FPS on average. Again, we see when enabling the maximum quality preset, the margins are reduced, but even so, the 9800X3D was still 14% faster than the 285K. Assassin's Creed Shadows is generally a more GPU-limited title, even with the dialed-down medium settings. But even so, when using the medium preset, we see that the 9800X3D was 18% faster. And we also see that the one-click OC option only boosted performance for each CPU by a mere 2%. Interestingly, when switching to the ultra-high preset, the 9800X3D extends its lead out to 25%, though again, the OC options don't really do anything here. Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster was tested using the built-in benchmark, and here the 9800X3D was 34% faster when using the medium preset. And again, the one-click overclocking options did little to nothing to both CPUs. Switching to the very high preset still saw the 9800X3D lead by a 35% margin, though this time 200S did help the 285K, boosting performance by 5%. But even so, when using the OC option for both parts, the 9800X3D still wound up being 29% faster.
Right, so the PC
Moving on to Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, when tested with the medium settings, we see that the 9800X3D is 42% faster than the 25K, allowing for 234 FPS on average, opposed to just 165 FPS. The one-click OC options didn't do much for the average frame rate, but 200S did improve the 1% lows of the 285K by 5%, while X3D Turbo improved the 9800X3.
Alright, let's see what we got. What do we got? What's the latest from this? What? The $7 performance boost? Lossless scaling. Lossless frame generation, image quality. What? Just go to the... That's their very important video. So nothing right now very big, except for when they got flagged again for copyright infringement thing. Okay, nothing very big. That was 2 weeks ago. I seen that one. It's all good. I think this is just That's fine. What's next? What's next? I just wanted to get that video out, but I have a lot of videos to edit. Okay. So it was the first clip of the day actually. It was at 12:38 with 36 seconds. 12:38. Delete that. Close that out. Turn on my PS5. 12:35. 12:35. Let's see.
Bewildering gratitude.
What's
Said.
up?
Cheap view erstreambu.com at 7sng1 I
We've got a Mexican!
Good job, bro. Alright. Congratulations. Congratulations. Hopefully you get more viewers with your new app. Okay, that's the one I gotta save. Wins. There we go. I gotta upload it now. What's up with you? You know, have any plans for today? Alright, let's see. That's our new video right here. Just gonna upload it like that, but then I'll edit it different. DS4Windows. Like PS5. Okay, that should be okay. I think it's locked in now. Like that. Too much. Almost there. Okay. Leave that out. Space. Space. We can put that. Warzone Rebirth Island test. Okay, it locks in. Okay, space. We can put space so we don't have. Oh, I have to write it out. Okay. Gaming Live. Okay, then no, it's not made for kids. Okay, related video was from yesterday, which was can't remember which one. Let's just go with that one. Public, publish, should be good. Okay, that's good there. Just gotta check how much space I have left. I haven't even checked. Alright, got plenty of space. Okay, what's next? Should be okay. Okay, let's rank up the wrong control. Let's rank up this account, and then we'll go into our new PC account, which gives us better lobbies. I have a no account, and I'll rank it up. Why not? It's free, right? It's free guns. I think I'm gonna buy Black Ops 7 on the new account, or maybe on the PS5 account. Okay, let me switch headphones so I can hear better. Okay, that's uploading. Not bad, not bad. Day 4. How are you guys ranking up your guns? Alright, let's see, turn this up. Alright, now you guys can hear me better. You guys will be able to hear and see better. Okay. Let me fix up the guns. I gotta get a C9 and no, that's fine. Loaded number 2, it's good. Change that to the kilo. Oh, it's not available yet. What did I have to do? Oh man. That sucks. You have to buy one. That one's pretty good. How much does it cost? I'll have to wait for this to load. I could skip, but well, it's just a wolf. It's not very demonic. Alright, the DM10, the AS Val, and the Kilo for 24 grand. Well, 2400. It's kind of expensive. But you get 3 decent guns, I guess. It's not bad. All right, the video's good. That's the only way to buy it. And then the next one would be this one. That one's by itself. Not worth buying it. What's the next way to... It was during the event. Oh, that's the only way. Base weapon locked. Oh well. You have to be present for all the events to unlock all the weapons for free. That's what I've figured out until now. Should be okay for now. I'll make this one favorite. All right. Let's go with the chainsaw. Gotta get to what level? What? I didn't have enough time to read. Start recording. Close.